we can have dreams which are also the activity of our brain, which means our brain is working all day, even when we are sleeping. And these days, with distractions and whatever we do during the day, activities, they all lead to impressions on our nervous system. Our nervous system is learning every day something. It is important that we understand and be aware what are we teaching our nervous system? What are we learning? Because whatever we are repeating, our nervous system will learn and put it on auto mode. Like when we drive the car, we sometimes cross 5, 6 red lights and we don't even know because our brain is automatically, muscle memory is automatically working for us. Similarly, if we are learning some behaviors or we are repeating certain things, those things will also get stored and we'll react in certain way. Hence, it is very important that we pay attention to what we are learning. Are we feeding our brain with love, kindness, forgiveness, patience, relaxation, calm, comfort, or we are rushing in our life and keeping our sympathetic system activated all the time, always rushing, breathing is shallow and irregular and fast. If we are training our nervous system that way, then gradually, you will, if it continues and you're in a lot of stress, then it can continue and, later could lead to problems. Hence, it is very important, like we take care of our body, like, we do exercise, cardio, or any other physical exercise, we also do exercise for our mind. What could be that exercise for our mind? Well, in simple terms, if you really want to regulate your nervous system and train the nervous system to be relaxed, calm, patient, in harmony, then definitely, there are certain evidence-based practices like diaphragmatic breathing, box breathing, and in yoga, there are a lot of other exercise and asanas for that we can do. Besides that, positive reaffirmations, guided meditation, all these things could be very helpful if you do on a daily basis. So think about it and try to engage in those activities every day. Like you do other things every day, like exercise for your body or, other things you do. Also try to get into routine of doing an exercise for your mind. Today we're going to talk about an interesting topic. It's called expectations. You know, when we are born, we are a little kid, we grow up, and we have expectations from our mom to take care of us, our father to take care of us, feed us, you know, give give us what we need like clothes, and then later take us to school. Then we have expectations from teacher to teach us. So we have expectations from everybody. When we grow up, then we have expectations from, society. We have expectations from government. We have expectations from everyone. We have expectations from our boyfriend, our husband, or our wife, sister, brother. We have expectations from everyone. And then we also have expectations from ourselves. What happens is that if our expectations are not met, then sometimes we can get upset with our partner or anybody. Imagine you went to watch a cricket match or a football match or any game you went to watch, and your team did very well. You're very happy. Next time you went to watch a match, they did not do well. So that will be little upsetting, right? Because your expectations were like here and they did not perform and meet your expectations. Similarly, just imagine before marriage, you may be dating or having a relationship, you may have certain expectations. And after you get married, you have certain expectations. And a lot of time, what happens is that these expectations change. But whenever the expectations are not met, obviously you're gonna feel some upsetness. What is important is that expectations, if rigid, could cause certain, you know, problems. You know, imagine you are going in a bus ride and you have a passenger sitting with you. Do you have an expectation from that passenger? Still, do you have an expectation from a stranger sitting in a bus whom do you don't even know? Do you have expectation from them? Yes, we do have expectation that he's gonna stay quiet, don't disturb you, right? So we have expectation from almost everybody. But like I said, if expectations are rigid, then you are setting up for a, you know, for feeling upset or feeling like, disappointed. Expectations have to be fluid and expectations have to be adaptable. That's very important. I'll tell you a story. You know, Buddha, Buddha, he meditated in the forests and he meditated, he gave up everything, all luxuries and everything. And then one day, he was sitting and then he saw a magician playing an instrument. This instrument was it was like a guitar, it's like a string instrument. It was sitar actually. So then he saw that he was, you know, tightening the string to have the music. If the string is too tight and he tried to play the instrument, music won't come because string is too tight. And if the string is very relaxed, then also the music won't come. But if it is balanced, if it's tight, the way it has to be, then the music will come. Similarly, in our lives, if the expectation is too rigid, then the music of life won't come. Because there is not possible for anybody to perform at the same potential or same expectations. To meet your expectations every single day, every moment is not possible for anyone. Someday people may not be feeling well, some days circumstances are not good, someday things have happened that limit their potential to perform. To have this understanding is very, very important, because often we tend to just, get stuck in our mind and have very rigid expectations from others and from ourselves. Yes, from ourselves too. You know, we have expectation that we're gonna do this and that, and for some reason we could not perform. For some reason we could not get the same results, and then it creates a regret, it creates a grief, it creates, you know, disappointment, and that also hurt us. So it's very important to have fluid expectations and have understanding of yourself and other person. Why is he or she not meeting the expectations? Is it that they don't want it, or is it they could not do it? What is it? Because when you have that understanding, instead of becoming upset, you will try to help them. You will try to, uh, have some sympathy, some forgiveness, some kindness for the other person so that they can improve, instead of you become more like complaining or have emotions which could be not good for your relationship, and for yourself. I usually tell my patients sometimes, what happens, I ask them, what happens when you die? When not you die, when somebody dies. Have you ever seen a dead body? What happens to a dead body after they die? After a few hours, few days, the body will become very rigid, you know. And if you are alive, your body is soft, right? If your expectations are rigid, it's almost like you're not living. You can't live with rigid expectations. It's almost you're dead. But if you have fluid expectations, that is where the life becomes harmonious, and life becomes happy, relaxed, satisfaction could come. So think about this concept of expectation, and think about in your relationships and with yourself, what kind of expectations you have. Are they relaxed, or they are very rigid, like walking on a thin line? If you do this, you're out. Or you are able to look at every situation differently and not just jump to conclusions, right? So this is a very important concept that I want you to talk about. There is another very important thing, that whenever you know you are upset or angry with someone else Who gets hurt? Think about it. If your colleague in your workplace or anyone causes something that makes you upset or disappointed, who gets hurt? Your brother, your relationship, when you're upset with them, angry with them, disappointed with them, who gets hurt? Ask yourself. If the answer is that you get hurt, then you don't want to hurt yourself. Because when you are having those emotions, those feelings, it's it's creating chemicals in your brain. Yes, whatever you feel in your mind creates chemicals in your brain, changes your brain. And if you continuously do that same thing, then it could even cause problems. So if you are in a situation which is upsetting or anything like that, just ask yourself, who is getting hurt here? Ask yourself loud, am I hurting myself? And if you are, then suddenly you will get this thing, oh, why I'm hurting myself? let's let's get out of it. Let it go, or think positive, or think out of the box, or divert your mind to something else. You will do certain strategy, whatever strategy you have, because nobody wants to hurt themselves, but unknowingly they do that. Similarly, if you are upset with yourself, something you did, something happened, then ask, who is getting hurt? If you are getting hurt, then you need to let it go. You don't want to hurt yourself. So always, even for the other things, like when you're eating something, you're doing exercise, or you're behaving certain way, keep asking yourself this question, you know, is it good for me? Is it not good for me? Right? We often just keep going instead of thinking like that. But keep that in your mind somewhere. There is an exercise which is called box breathing. I don't know if you have heard about it, but it's a very good exercise that helps with your nervous system regulation. Like I discussed earlier, that it's very important for us to have nervous system regulation. This exercise is box breathing, in which you breathe, inhale for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you take a pause for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. You take a pause, and then you exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you take another pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. What does it do? It This is like telling your nervous system that you are relaxed, feeding your nervous system you are relaxed and you're calm. And this is like training your nervous system when you do that. Because what is happening in our lives is that we are rushing and doing all kinds of things, and nervous system is getting trained in that way. But exercise of mind will bring your nervous system back to normal, or at least you have a time when you're feeding your nervous system with relaxation. So when you do this, inhale and then stop, and then exhale and then stop, what happens is it gives signal to your nervous system that you are relaxed, and it activates the vagal nervous system. It gives signal to your HPA axis, hypothalamus pituitary axis, and your amygdala that you are relaxed, you're comfort. And that kind of training, if you do like 10-15 minutes every single day, then it will keep bringing your nervous system, to a regulated state. and it's very easy to practice. Okay, we can try to practice it today for a few minutes. I'll count for 4 and then you inhale, and then we'll take a pause, and then we exhale, and then we'll take a pause. Okay, so wherever you are, if you could, please close your eyes and take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. And now inhale to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now take a pause. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now just notice your normal breath. It's very powerful to just look at your breath, because that's the life flowing inside you, and it's happening automatically. It's a gift of life from the eternity, from the cosmos, that you breathe automatically. You don't have to think about breathing. It's a blessing. And now you can use some affirmations. You can say in your mind that I will be peaceful today. I will be forgiving today. I will forgive myself, and I'll forgive others. I'll be kind today. I'll be loving today. And I wish health and prosperity for everyone in the whole world, including me. With that intention, you can open your eyes. So, a practice like this is very, very important. You can do it on your own at home. Whenever you are stressed, you can do it. But even if you're not stressed, you should try to do that practice. Okay. Today is a very short MCD live session. If you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll close this session today. If anybody has any questions, please feel to ask. Sadhana, Saira, Vardhani, any questions you have? You can unmute and ask if you have any questions. Sadhana is saying that she does this exercise. Very good. Keep doing it. Okay. It's very important that we have a practice. Okay. Keep practicing it. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for today.